All right, guys, welcome back to another video of Shaman J. Small, powerful phones. They very seldom exist in 2024. But a lot of you guys will tell me, hey, Jay, there are some out there, and the Zenfone 10, the Zenfone 9, these are examples. You will absolutely be right. But we're not going to discount the iPhone 15 Pro or any of these smaller Pro iPhones. And now we can't even discount the Pixel 8. This is obviously one of my favorite devices right here. And sadly, I'm weary whether or not Google will release a Pro model. I'm hopeful that they do. I really hope they do, because and the way I look at it is Apple is kind of running this small Pro game here. They're running this small Pro game, and nobody's really trying to compete in the US market. This is where Google has an opportunity to step in and really do some damage. Now, if it were up to me, I would release a Pro version in this size and just shut the Android game down in the US. Like, there's no reason why there is not a Pro version of this device right here. They've got an A lineup. This is the regular Pixel 8 right here. Beautiful, compact device. Very nice. And even this isn't that compact. I mean, it's right in line with the iPhone, but it's still a little bit bigger. I'm hoping that Google decides to do right by consumers and bring out a Pro model. I have been saying this for years, folks. So it's not like I'm saying anything new. You might even be tired of me saying it. But the fact of the matter is, we have to stay on these companies if we're going to get what we want. And we got to have the pricing right. So if my devices are going off back there because I said the G word. But, I feel like Google should have done a Pro device a long time ago in this size and just maintained it throughout the years. I.e., this is what the fruit company right here decided to do, is to bring a Pro model, and we're just going to make sure it stays, and we're going to get the consumers from every angle. We're going to give people what they want. We're going to cheat them a little bit by taking away features from the bigger model, but they still get a Pro model with Pro grade cameras to compete. And for those that don't want a very large phone in their pocket. So even with a case on, these devices right here still are very comfortable to use, and they just feel good in the hand. So I can put my Caseology on here. Perfect. Just beautiful size. I can put my leather case on here. And shout out to Andar. And I still got a very good size. These are somewhat bulky cases, if you will. They're not ultra thin cases at all. They're not ultra thin cases at all. And they still don't add a bunch to the devices, man. They don't. This is what I'm looking for when I say a small Pro phone. A small Pro phone. So Google oftentimes will bring out devices that are close, you know what I'm saying, to what's going on, close to something that's out for the larger models. But then what they'll do is they'll bring out an A line that's close to this. And I don't understand, like, they'll have the A lines, pretty much the bodies of these smaller variants of the devices that aren't Pro models. Now, rumor has it, and the rumor mill has been spinning for quite some time, that Google's going to bring out basically 3 devices. I don't know how true that is, but what I can tell you is they need to hurry up and do it. They need to hurry up and do it because, it's a shame that, Apple, to me, is kind of running this small Pro lineup and have been for years in the US. Okay, I'll stress that again, in the US. But the fact of the matter is, Google has a lot of potential with their regular phones, because think of it this way. These cameras right here slam. If that's a new word that young keep saying, they slam, they hit hard, they nice. When I was short, I was a shorty back in the day. You nice. So you say if you was a real good MC, you nice with it, son. But these cameras are nice with it. You know what I mean? And they don't even have the third lens. And it's something that Google can do. Experts will get into the comment section and say, "Oh, for the architecture of the body, nah, get out of here. You don't know. You don't work for the company. You have no idea why they're not doing it. We don't know. But what we do know is that in this frame right here, move that mic, put the LED up, get the light, just like the bigger version. It's totally possible. I feel. You feel what you feel. I feel it's totally possible. I think." Once Google decides to bring out a small Pro model, and another reason why they might not be doing it is because they feel like the small Pro model might outsell the more expensive, bigger model. We don't really know. We have no clue as to why they're not doing it. We don't know. We have no clue. But what I can tell you is that I am critical of Google when it comes to something like this. Super critical. I need them to come with it. This is such a great device, man. Like, why not? Why not bring out a phone this size and have it with a pro setup? Jay, what do you mean by pro setup? What do you mean by pro setup? Why do you keep saying that? All right, let's talk about this. A Pro model. Here is the iPhone 13 Pro Max. To me, the last great iPhone. It's just my opinion. It's well-rounded. It's got a freaking SIM tray for the United States, which is a crazy thing to be talking about. We're not going to get into that, though. This is a big version of this phone, ultimately. It's a big version, and you could argue they're the same phones. You know what I mean? They're the same phones. Okay? Here is a big Pixel 8 Pro. All right, look at the difference here. Now, Jay, I really can't tell, too much. This is a Quad HD display. This is Quad HD display, and it's ultimately the same phone. The Minty Fresh is just looking clean. Bay is in the other room over there. But this is the Pixel 8. A smaller variant. So when I'm talking about Pro, I want a Quad HD display on this little display. This is a small iPhone. It ultimately has, I guess if you want to call it a high-end Retina display like the bigger versions. You know what I mean? This is a fact. Look the specs up. That is a Pro model. Now, if you flip it over to the back, you see 3 cameras. I don't know where the 14 Pro Max is at. You see 3 cameras. That's why I described 13. You see the 3 cameras here. Pro grade cameras. When these cameras dropped, I used the iPhone 13 Pro Max for a straight year of only camera I use to shoot top-down shots on my videos. Now, Samsung has stepped their game up. If you didn't hear me say it, or if I didn't say it, the phone that I'm using right now is the Galaxy S24 Plus. I'm not even using my S24 Ultra or my S23 Ultra. Nah, this is the S24 Plus. Don't believe me? All right. Let's go ahead and flip this camera around. Boom. S24 Plus. It's just in my case. That's it, on the tripod. So it's a shame that I feel like I know Google can fit the camera module, and I know they can make, it's not even about fitting the camera module. I know they can make a smaller variant of this same device. Now we'll find out soon. We'll find out soon. We're going to find out soon what Google's going to do, because this 8 Pro, folks, man, I love this thing. I love it. Phenomenal device. Do I need Quad HD display? Nah. But for the money, for what they're charging, and then for the phones that release overseas that's not in the US, some of them basically have Quad HD displays and high-end processors, and they have everything that these phones have for less than price. So you've got, and another thing about the Pro models, the big version versus small version, this small version has that same satin feel And so this right here has that soft touch matte feel. Look, I need that over here. This is cool and everything, but I would rather have that frosted matte glass over everything. For real, there's just no reason why they can't do this. It's a separation and differentiation of the two phones. I get it. But Google, if you're listening, I don't know, tag Google with this video online. It's up to you whether you want to do it or not. I'm not going to tag them, but I just know that maybe we'll rewind. And by the end of the year, you come back to this video and you say, man, Jay, they did it. You was right. You was right. I ain't trying to be right. I'm hopeful that they do. I'm hopeful that the next release of the Pixel lineup, the 9 lineup, if they go with the 9 lineup, whatever, I'm hoping that there's a Pro model in this size with a Quad HD display, a nice body like they have on this one right here. Beautiful body like they have. I got to take my SIM card out of here and put it into here for a little bit because, I mean, Bay is like just one of the most eclectic colors ever. And this minty fresh is so beautiful. I feel like using it now. This is the joys of having a SIM card. You can pop in and out when you want to. But I'm telling you, this is such a beautiful device. Like, why not give me a smaller variant? You just look at the stretch of my hand. I got big hands, but just look at the stretch of my hand, man. When I'm doing things with these devices, look at the stretch of my hand. It's more work here. That doesn't mean I want to work harder just because I got bigger hands. This is also much heavier than this device right here. Much heavier. So if you're one of those people who want a small, powerful device in your Apple, you kind of been getting that for years. And you know what? Let's be real here. Apple's regular 15 lineup or 14 lineup or 13 lineup, all those had stellar video quality and cameras and everything too. It did. It just, the battery was suspect for a little bit, but overall, you know, it was very close to the Pro models, just like Google is doing here. So, I mean, if you're Apple and you want that small Pro, Apple gives you the option. They basically bring out 4 phones every year, a big and a small for both lineups. You got the Pro people who want those extra cameras, who want that Quad HD display, who wants that extra powerful features that they're going to give to those who wants that good battery life, if that's the case for it. But I'm telling you, I'm really hopeful that by the end of the year, 2024, Google decides, hey, look, we tired of messing around. You asked for it, Jay, here it is. Feel free to come back and tag me on this video if Google decides, you know what, we're going to go ahead and drop this on him. He ain't going to know what hit him. I'm ready for it. I'm so ready for Google to drop this joint and we just celebrate together. I kid you, I am going to have the 9 Pro small variant. Whenever it releases, I'm going to buy it. I don't have to wait on Google to send it to me. I know I'm a part of Team Pixel or whatever, but that doesn't matter. Even when they send me phones, I still buy i.e. this Pixel 8. They sent the big ones. I bought the small one every year. They send the big one. Last year I bought a big one, even though they sent me a big one. I think I did. I bought a black one. The Obsidian was hitting hard. I mean, so I feel like Google is on the right track, but go ahead and drop that Quad HD display, the full camera array on the back. Make it look exactly like the larger versions that you bring out. Put that battery in there. You can stuff a 5,000 milliamp hour battery in this phone. There's no reason. I've got phones with 5,000 milliamp hour batteries that are thinner than this. It's just about what's going on the inside. But at the same time, I'll take a little bit more thickness, you know what I mean, to get a little bit more battery. Some people, I know a lot of people probably would rather have a phone that's just a little bit thicker than, and this ain't even thick right here. Like these ultra thin phones, most of them don't have good battery. But wouldn't you rather have some meat on your bones and have really strong battery than to have this super thin phone that looks great, but you got to slap a battery on the back of it to get the real juice out of it? Come on. No one wants to charge every day if they don't have to. No one wants to charge 3 and 4 times in a day. It's definitely happening to some people. Even with all these phones on the table, it's happening to some people because everybody uses their phone differently. But for a user like me, man, a powerful phone like this, we're going to need that to come. You're going to have to come with it, Google. I'm counting on you. So It's your man Jay. If you are a person who just really, you know, I was having a private discussion, and we know who started this big phone revolution. We know who did it. We know who you are, Samsung. You started this in the US with these jumbo sized phones, and I was on board. Had the first Note, all that, every last one of them. I'm with it. However, I'm gonna need a small powerhouse. Samsung too. The Galaxy S24 lineup, the small versions. Again, I'm recording with the 24 Plus, which is basically an Ultra in a different body. I'm gonna need Samsung to bring that small powerhouse Quad HD display, just like Google and everybody else, man. Bring that. Give Apple some competition in this area right here for Android users. Yeah, these are 2 SIM cards, my phone numbers right here, but still, you know what I mean? Like, really give us that powerful, small, compact version of this phone. Give it to us. I think you owe it to us at this point. Right? You owe it to us. Google, you got to make it happen, son. You're going to have to make it happen. No ifs, ands, or buts. Make it happen. So if you're one of those people who want that small, compact, powerful device, just like Apple's giving their pro users, shout out in the comments. I'm going to be first in line. I'm definitely a Team Pixel fan. I'm a part of Team Pixel, been a part of Team Pixel since day one. Fact of the matter is, I still need that small pro device. And if they send out devices this year, whatever, I don't know. I don't even look forward to that. But if they bring out a pro device and they don't send me a small one, I'm gonna buy the small one. And that's even better, as I can compare it to the larger version of it. You know what I mean? Anyway, it's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoyed. Do you want a small Quad HD phone from Google? Do you want a triple camera set? Do you want a pro grade phone from Google? Shout it out in the comments. I'm ready to talk. Let's get it.